Hey guys, welcome back. So now we are in document posting. There are lots of things to discuss here in document posting also. So what we have done in previous session, so we have posted certain documents and then I was explaining this basic settings, right? How SAP is able to trigger, what to say, this posting period variant, how SAP is able to trigger uh, fiscal year variant, right? Uh, then other things also. And still certain things are still remain. We'll see those now. But meanwhile, I have to explain one more thing. Let me log in here first. Now, here, now, when we post the transactions, right? When you guys are going to post the transactions, then let's suppose I have used a rent GL, right? So, and bank GL. So, whatever transactions are getting posted, right? How many transactions I have posted against this rent GL or bank GL? Like bank GL, if you talk about bank GL, so not only rent related transactions, there could be other transactions also, isn't it? So if you have to see those number of transactions, total number of debit and credit, are very simple. That report can be viewed by a transaction code FBL3N. This is what the transaction code. I think it was recorded in the previous session also, but now I'll explain in detail. Okay, so here you have to give your GL number, bank GL, rent GL, whatever you want to give, and give your company code. So what is the company code, guys? TM22, I think, right? Okay. Now, don't look at these things right now. Of course, there is a logic behind this: open item, cleared item, all item, right? But this is relevant for open item means when account payable, account receivables are going to be started at that point of time. Okay. Right now, don't do anything. Simply, you can give your GL account, your company code. That's it. Okay. And then click here, execute. Whenever this one, this is called execute button. This watch kind of symbol is there. Click on here. So look at here. Till now, let's suppose two transactions I have posted. Two transactions I have posted. Now here, now here. So this is how it is appearing. This screen is appearing, right? But again, I'll tell you guys, multiple now here. If you talk about this reports, right? So scroll down here, right side. Multiple fields are appearing here, right? Now, so here, there are lots of field which is not required right now. Okay, lots of field which is not required. Let's suppose this header text is there. I don't want this header text here, isn't it? And okay, I don't want this amount in document currency and this currency here. Okay, so here what is happening? This whatever this screen layout is there. This is called screen layout. This is screen layout in the sense like this entire screen is there, right? And layout means a kind of format. So whatever this screen appearance is there, that also you can control, that can be changed. that can be customized as per your requirement, user's requirement. Okay. Now here what to do? So first of all, if you have to look at here, first of all, click here. This is called change layout, right? Change layout means now. So look at here. If you talk about the fields, this side, certain fields are there, and this side, certain fields are there. So whatever fields are appearing here, okay, just give me a second here. Now, whatever fields are appearing, I'm talking about, sorry, this is the line which I'm drawing it. So whatever these fields are there, and again, these fields are there. So these fields are appearing on this report, and this is called hidden field. If you guys are able to see here, hidden field, right? So what is this hidden field, guys? Hidden field means, okay, now, so better to use this one. Okay. So hidden field means this one. It means this is not appearing. So if you have to, like if you want to bring any field from here to here, you can bring. If you want to bring any field from here to here, you can bring. Okay. Look at here. As I said, first of all, this document header text. Let's suppose I don't want here. So it's pretty simple. You can look at here where it is. It's here. And what we have to do, we have to bring this side, hidden field. It means you don't want. So you just bring, look at here. If you click here, a single field is going to be. If you click here, then look at here, hide all fields. But generally, all fields are not required, guys. Selected fields only required. So you bring. So hidden field came this side, and since here multiple fields are there, right? So if you want to check, you can check also, but multiple fields are there. Now it's okay, no issues. And if you click on copy, it's gone. Okay, it's gone. But the problem is, if you come back, and once again, let's suppose later on, if you want to see certain balances, give here GL account. Let's suppose if you want to, if you will come here to FBL 3N to check a different GL, again you found the same layout is there, the same format is there, right? The same format is there. So what you have to do, what you have to do here. So now click here, and let's suppose document header text. Bring here, in the sense this side, and click on copy. It's gone. Okay. Then you have to do one thing. You just do one thing. Click on save layout. Click on save layout. Okay. So right now it is saying a different layout somebody has created. It's okay. So you have to, you can create your own layout also. You can create your own layout also. Also, you just, let's suppose Kumar. Okay. I have created. Okay. Now you click on save. So that layout got created. Kumar Consulting. Right? Now what will happen? Again, if you come back and you go inside, so again the same problem is there, even though I have created my own layout, right? So I'll tell you guys, generally what happened. So we have created our own layout, but what is happening, guys? Still, your layout is not a default layout. So what you have to do? Okay, first of all, select layout, right? Only these many layouts. No, you just do one thing. Click on setting, and here layouts, admin, Okay, here. So here you will be having, where is that? It's here, Kumar. So you just look at here right now, this layout is appearing, right? Now what you have to do, you need to click on Kumar. Click here, right? Here. So look at here, this check mark kind of. Okay, it's in front of my layout. You save it and then come back. Okay. I just made my layout as a default layout, and when I come, it's gone. It means now if you talk about the layout here, so my layout is a default layout. Okay, look at here, default layout. This is my layout is default layout, that is why. So now what is happening, if you have to make other changes, okay. So let's suppose right now this document date is also not required. Okay, so now here, so document date, right? Where is document date that we have to search? So it's here, document date. You can bring here, hidden field. It came, but again, you have to save these changes on your layout. So you click here now and click on save. So layout Kumar already exists and completely overwritten. Overwritten in the sense now new changes are going to be added. Yes, it is going to be overwritten. It's okay. So now it got saved, right? So likewise, whatever changes you want to make, you guys can make here, like amount in document currency, right? Local currency. So you just do one thing, these things also. Okay. So amount in document currency and local document currency and what to say, and document currency, both fields are already selected here. There is one more thing, guys. Now look at here. So here what is happening, if you talk about these fields, right? If you talk about this column, right? I simply, you look at here, if you click on this column, right? So it already got selected over there, right? I clicked here, you clicked on this currency also. So here also, what is happening? It already got selected. And if you click here, look at here, it already got selected. You can break, right? And you can copy. Okay. Now let's suppose this clearing document, remove that also. This tax, remove that also. So this is how also you can select. Okay. And or is from here also you can select. There is no problem wherever you want to select, anyway that can be. So now you bring here. Okay. Isn't it? Now you just come back here. This net due date, let's suppose this business area, you can bring it. Okay. There is a use of these all things, guys, but one by one, one by one. We are in beginning only, right? So make
So
use,
for the selection, you're making control, right? I think control.
not control. Simply you just click here. Simply I clicked on text. That's it.
Two, you're selecting, right? Two simultaneously. That's why. It's
Simply,
one selected, right?
no, I couldn't understand what's your what you're saying. Like how I'm selecting this one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So simply I said just you need to click only. You once I click here, it got deselected. Once I click, it got selected. That's it. Nothing.
Okay. More than
When,
or more than one can selected, right? I think.
more than one, you can select all also. There is no problem. Okay.
No, no. For more than one, maybe you're using control or something. I thought.
Nothing. Simply I clicked on type. Okay, that got selected. Again I clicked on posting date. That also got selected.
Mm-hmm.
I clicked on posting key. That also got selected. Okay, again you have to deselect one by one. Click on type, deselected. posting key, deselected, posting key. Whenever control or shift or anything is involved, I clearly specify, guys, don't worry. Okay, when I say simply click, it means you have to click, that's it. See, it's very simple, guys. Look at here. Here, this is my cursor, right? Position, it's visible to everybody. Now, when it come down, look at here, it got changed, isn't it? It's here, normal cursor
Mm.
symbol. When it's come down, it got changed here, right? So it means
Mm.
if you click, it got selected. Okay, very simple. Now, okay, and guys, after asking the question, just be on mute, because whatever, if any noise is there from your background, from your family side, if somebody is asking something, everything is audible to everyone. Okay, now, so just click here and save it. So look at here, guys. Now a very simple layout is appearing here. A very simple layout. Okay. Now, if you want to see the balances for 2, 3 GLs also, that also is possible. You can come down and here 1000. Okay. You click here, multiple selection. So here you can give other GL also. Let's suppose 4000. Okay. Just execute and then execute here. Okay. So this is your bank account and this is current account, right? And drag down here. This is how the things are appearing. Okay. Now, so it's very simple, guys. By FBL3N, we can check the balances. If you want to, set up this layout, that also can be set up. You can, uh, like hide the fields. You can add the fields also, guys. I forgotten to say here. Multiple fields are there here. You can add the fields also. Okay. Look at here. Multiple fields are there. Let's suppose here. I'll just do one thing. Right now, what to add? Okay, let's suppose here posting date is appearing. Document date itself, if I have to add, right? So let's suppose document date was already there, upper side. I came down. It's okay. So first of all, multiple fields are here, which is coming under hidden field section. So I have to bring document date. You click on here, find out. First of all, we have to find the field where it is. So you type here document date, and or else just find in a shortcut. Don't write completely. I'm just giving document doc. Okay, and click here, continue. So look at here, it is saying amount in document currency, but this is not the field which I'm looking for. So you can click here, find next. Then it is showing clearing document, find next. Document currency, this is also not my field. Find next. Again, find next. This is by document. So either you can type complete, or else you can give a small hint and then you can. So here document date is appearing. Now you can bring, look at here, you can bring, if you click here, then what happened? It will be coming at this level. It is going to come here, behind this, below this text. Look at here, it is coming here. And then what will happen? It is coming here, right? Here it is coming. So now what I have to bring, like in between type and posting date, right? First of all, document date, then posting date. If you see the transaction posting screen, document date, then posting date will be there. So in this sequence, so pretty simple. I have already selected. You can, well, simple way I'm saying, you can bring here, and once again, where it is, document header, text, right? Document it. So now you just select this one and you select where it is posting date. So if you select posting date, then what will happen? If you bring now, then it will come just before posting date. Look at here. Now it came here and then copy. Okay. Very simple things are there, guys. But yes, and later on, if you guys are going to make the experiment, you will come to know. But if I'm explaining this and all, it's very simple to understand, and later on you guys can test it also. So you can overwrite.
User, it helped a lot, sir, actually, because they'll be dealing with that actually.
Yeah. So now look at here. So it is appearing here now. Document it is appearing. So this is how you can change the layout as per your requirement. You can change the layout. Simple, very simple things are there. So now, okay, and later on, like multiple other symbols are also there. That one by one, because multiple things are yet to come, guys. Right. So there also we can see the usage of other fields also, but one by one in a single session again, because there later I'll be having multiple things to explain and multiple examples to give and code. At that point of time, there'll be use of other fields also. We'll see that now. So this is how what is happening, guys. You can manage the layout of this like GL report. Okay, now let's suppose you can remove here and just be 1000 only. It is fine. Okay, now so this is how it is happening, guys. Screen layout for your this report. Now the next one is, I'll come back here, and I think uh, it's okay, no issues. So in previous session, what I was explaining, I think fiscal year variant, posting period variant, these logic I have already explained. Even document type and number range also we have seen, isn't it? But something I was explaining that is related to this one. Okay, and that is related to now. So that is like here I have shown what the screen layout in the sense like of this GL report, right? Now we talk about field status. Okay, field status. Field status means see, when I talk about a particular topic, isn't it? So when I use the transaction code, isn't it? So it doesn't mean that I'm saying that you have to focus on transaction code or you have to focus on path, right? I'll tell you guys lots of myth is there in the market. Somebody says follow the transaction code. Somebody says follow the path, right? I'll tell you guys, uh, uh, it's useless, right? If somebody says follow the transaction codes, follow the path and all, until you guys follow the topic which I'm explaining, this is how you guys are going to become a consultant. During interview, no one is going to ask transaction code, no one is going to ask path and all. If somebody started asking transaction code or path, it means they are going to reject you, right? They decided to reject you. It means they are mocking, right? They are laughing at the candidate. They are saying that look at here, this is your level. That now I have to ask you that what is the transaction code of this setting and that setting, right? So that's what I'm saying, guys. Be careful, isn't it? If you understand the logic behind these topics and all, then only because, like, first of all, let's suppose if somebody is going to ask the question, right? They'll give a scenario, they'll give a situation, and then they'll ask your opinion. That you tell me as a consultant, what is your opinion on this, isn't it? Now, I'll tell you guys one thing, very simple here. Now, Very simple question. So first of all, I'll just do one thing. So I'm going to use F-02. Okay. Now look at here. So look at here. This is header, and now here use 4001. I think this is already created as an audit fee. I think. Press enter. Yes, it is created. Now amount I have given. This text field, let's suppose, is a required entry, isn't it? Now, user is saying that no, text field should not be required entry in case of audit fee, since we are having single GL itself, and whether we give here any narration or not, that doesn't matter. So they're saying that this must be optional entry. Can we make it, guys? Optional? To
Yes,
make
sir.
it optional? Just tell me.
We can make it
So,
optional field status variant, sir.
It is value. Okay. Okay. Now
Status
I'll just
group.
do one.
even we can manage from account also. It's from the sort key.
Oh, repeat again.
Sorry, I mean assignment is like sort key only, right? From the GL point of
I
view.
asked here this field I have to this text field I have to make it as a optional.
In
Yeah,
field
yeah, that
status
we can
group.
do from field state variant.
Field status group.
Field status variant, within the field status variant, field status group. The moment you say sort key, immediately you are going to be rejected. Sort key is not going to make it like with sort key. You're not going to get the what do you say optional required, or these kind of options are not there. This is having a different logic. That also I'll explain. Very unique. And if
Yeah.
sort key means if somebody is going to ask the question, right? Entire world assume a different thing, and which is being explained by every faculty. I'll tell you guys, 99% of the faculties are going to explain the common things. What is being controlled by sort key, right? But when you guys go for interview, when you're giving the interview, that question is not going to be asked by people. Interviewers are very clever, isn't it? They have to select the top candidate, guys. So do you think that they are going to ask the common questions? They'll never ask the common questions. Which is why, like when the people are giving interview at that point of time, they are highly surprised. They're going to be surprised, right? Oh my God, what is this? I have studied this one only, and they are not asking any questions from there. Why should I ask the questions from there? If they're going to ask a common questions, thousands of people are eligible for the job, isn't it? So they will not ask anything which you guys are expecting, isn't it? They will just surprise you, and I'll let you know what they're going to ask. But once the time comes, this is the short key one. I'll explain. I'll give a separate session on that. First of all, let me. Okay, so we'll see here. Go to field status variant. So what is my field status variant, guys? Again, you can check the assignment, or else if you are able to remember, then use this OBC for and my field status variant again. So that is why I said use the same, in the sense whatever your company code is there, same code if you give here, that's fine. Okay, so I give you. Okay, now so here multiple field status groups are there, guys. Against which field status group I have to make this optional? Anybody suggest me? Three, four, one, five, six. Against which one?
So which one we have assigned to that GL? We need to go that field status group.
Where I have to check?
In FS00.
Okay. So it means now multiple field status. I'll tell you guys now. Multiple field status. Okay. So groups are there. Now what we have to do? Against which field status group we are going to? Against which field status group we are going to make it optional. So first of all, you just do one thing. So you check here, and I have assigned G001, right? So it means against this field status group, I have to make it click on G001, and here, look at here, text field is a required entry. You make it optional. Okay, you just make it optional. Okay, now what I have to do? Just give me a second, guys. I have to ask one more thing from you people. Now, okay, so let me come back. Okay, I came back on this, what to say, transaction posting screen, and not here, just go to F-02. Okay, and here, okay. So what we have to do now, 1000, and press enter. What is happening, guys? The text field is still required entry only, not optional.
We have changed it only for rent account.
So we have changed it for rent account. No, it's not for rent account actually. Now rent account, right? So I'm using audit fee. So for audit fee also, the same field status group is there. For fuel expenses, same field status group is there, right? So what is happening? What we have to do? I change it against G001. So G001 means now I have changed against Z001 here. So it means whichever GL account is using G001 for all GL, the text field become what? Optional. Text field become optional.
So why these don't overlap with this document type field? Those two. It should come error right there. They have given that.
No. Can you repeat again? What is your question? Why don't is overlap with the document? Why should it overlap with the document type? What is the relation between document type and field status group?
Because there you have given those two status, the two fields are there, right? Text field and reference.
You check it carefully, dear. That is header text. That is not text.
Okay.
And there is a difference. Header text is a different field and text field is a different field, right? The name also is different, right? So this is not going to be overlap. And there are some more differences, which is like you can say micro level differences, right? But when somebody is going to ask the question, they'll ask the question, such kind of questions itself, even though it's very simple, but that most of the people are going to be confused. That also I'll explain, don't worry. But right now, my question is, guys, somebody just tell me that even though I have made the changes, but still, and I saved also. I think I have saved, right? Yeah, I have already saved. Data is already saved. Okay, let me come back here. I'll use again f.02 and here let's suppose so NEGL now 4000 or 4001 whichever I'm going to use 4000 itself. Press enter. Still text field is a required entry. That is my question. Somebody just tell me what is happening. What went wrong? Where I made a mistake?
So this okay, this text this level is line item level, right? That's why that was document level, header level.
So line item level means what you want to say? This is not the answer here. So everybody knows that this is at line item level, right? That is my question is why it is like where is the mistake? Text field I have made the required from required I made it optional in like what is say field status group. Now
Okay.
what I'm supposed to do after that?
You can go ahead. I think like you can post it seems.
Okay, so if I'm going to let's suppose I'm going to give here and I'm not give anything here guys. I'm going to give posting key. I'm going to give the ZL here. Press enter. System is not allowing me. Okay.
So is it something to do with client level setting?
So what client level setting means where I have to go? What you're saying?
We have to make the text optional from posting key.
Brilliant answer, guys. That is what I was expecting. Right. That is what I was expecting from my students. This is how you guys are going to be unique compared to all the people in the market. How many people? Here itself, like let's suppose all of you, right? So look at here, everybody is attending the classes, and I have given these explanations earlier also when I was explaining posting key, right? Of course, I can understand that some of you have joined later also, so I'm not saying anything. But yes, I'll tell you guys. So how many people are going to say this? That now we have to check at posting key level also. This is what. So why I have done these things and all? Because this is how people are going to ask the questions. They'll not ask, what do you mean by field status variant? What do you mean by posting key? Entire world no. Two-line definitions, everybody are going to quote. Right? So that is not the selection parameter, guys. That is not the selection criteria. People will not ask definition-based questions. And if they have to check the definitions itself, they will ask a different kind of questions and different level of questions, which will be like those topics are later. In the sense like multiple topics are there. We'll see that. Okay. That is why I say, well, the duration is huge. Why 6 months, 7 months, 8 months? Because lots of things are there to explain. Okay. Now, so we have to check at posting key level because posting key also control the same field which is being controlled by field status variant. Okay, so now here, so field status variant, now posting key. So the question is, which posting key? It's pretty simple here. Look at here, which posting key? 40. When I have used posting key 40, then only this field is appearing, right? and after that what is happening? Once then I have used here 50 and 1000, and if you press enter, then the next field is appearing. So on that field, this posting key will be having impact. So right now what is happening? If you have a look here, right? So this is the detail I've given. Posting key 40. So I've given debit GL. Okay, 40 means debit. And if you press enter, then this field is having control on by which these fields are getting control by which posting key. So 40. So what we have to do, guys, come back here and again OB 41, and so this is already blocked by. Okay, so guys, just come out of this. What to say? Don't make experiment, guys. And okay, just have a look here. Still, it is blocked by you. Just come out from that. Exit from there. Okay. Now, suppose key 40, and now here, double click, and here, okay, make it optional, and press enter. Right? This was exactly a question. This was exactly a question, right? Earlier asked. I think maybe multiple times these kind of questions. It's not like exactly the same question, but the question pattern will be same, right? Multiple times this has been asked. Now field status variant, posting key, isn't it? So the question is, let's suppose I'm asking a question here as an interviewer. So I have to post a transactions. I'm going to use I'm going to post a transaction against, let's suppose, rent sale or audit fee sale, right? While posting a transactions, what I found, that text field is a required entry, or they will say that okay, that you are a consultant, now your end user, right? You're part of particular project. Now you're supporting a particular project. Now, say for example, it's Tata Motor itself is your project where SAP is already implemented, and the user, in the sense employee of Tata Motors, somebody is posting a transaction. While posting a transaction against rent GL, they found that this text field is a required entry. They are requesting you that I don't want to make it as a required entry, kindly make it as an optional entry. So as a consultant, is it possible? Your answer will be yes, it is possible. Next question is how it is possible. Everybody are going to say, first of all, that we have to check that we can make it optional from field status variant. The question will be, in field status variant, multiple field status groups are there. So against which field status group we have to make the changes? So you have to say whichever. First of all, we have to see the GL account. Since it is rent GL, so we are going to check in rent GL, right? In rent GL, what is the field status group? Whichever field status group is there, right? So against that field status group, what will happen? So we have to go to field status variant, in the sense like, so against that field status group, what we are going to do, guys? We are going to make the changes, right? So in that, here, first of all, my field status variant is TM22. So in that field status group, what we are going to do? We are going to make the changes, right? And I made the changes here, in the sense I made it, earlier it was required, now I made it optional. Right? So here what is happening? The problem was supposed to be solved, but the next question is, okay, now whatever suggestions you have given, let's suppose I have done it, right? Or else, like, let's suppose even though you made the changes, right? But still, when the user is trying to post the transaction, the same error is appearing again. Now you tell me as a consultant, what is your next step? Now what to do, right? So here, let's suppose everybody are going to be silent, but you people are going to say that now we have to check at posting key level, because even posting key also control the same fields which is being controlled by field status variant, right? So what is happening now in posting key? OB41, let's suppose we are going to make it. No need to explain the T code and everything or path or anything. And then generally don't say these things and all. Simply you have to talk about the name of the topic, right? Okay. So posting key level we are going to check, and there we are going to make it optional, right? Answer is fine. It's good answer. They'll say that now it is going to be. So at posting key level, we have made it optional, and I have already made it optional. Now what is happening? If we are going to check here, let's suppose now it become optional. So that's perfect answer. But again, the question is why SAP has given the same setting at two different places. Field status variant also control the same field. Posting key also control the same field. Is there any differences? What is the differences, guys?
Sir, if one of is a client level setting and one is user level, company code level setting.
Which one is the client level setting and which one is the company code level setting?
Posting period is a client level setting and field status variant is a company code level setting.
Yeah, posting key is a client level setting, yes, correct. And field status variant is a company code level setting, right? That is what you guys have to see, right? And okay, so what is happening? Client level setting,
I
company,
have a question.
yeah, client level setting,
Sir,
company.
if
You want to
we are
say
changed
something?
from a posting key,
Your voice is not audible here. Can you speak like clearly?
sir, if when we are changed from a posting key, then also change this test field from client level also.
If you change that posting key, so client level setting means what? That is applicable to every company code, right? Guys, the logic is also I have explained in the previous session. Client level means now let's suppose if somebody is going to, now what is the use of this client level? It's very simple. Now go to OB41. This is what we have to, this is what you guys have to explain these things and all. Till 10 days we are in document posting only, right? And if that is the case, then look at here how much time it is going to. That is why, like, if I have to complete the classes in 1 month session or 2 month session, if I explain at that level, it is never going to be completed, isn't it? In 1 month, only basic setting itself is going to be completed, right? Now, so anyway, here we have come, but in order to become a consultant, of course, at this level, you guys need to know. So now here, posting key. Here I have made a change. Now what is happening? I'll just do one thing, guys. Here I'm having a company code TM22, right? And let's suppose there is another company code also is there. I think not in OV, just F-02. F-02. I'm having, let's suppose, so TM22 is there, okay? And I think here in this server, I'll be having company code TM11 also. Let me check it. Yes, TM11 also. There is another company called TM11. That name is Tata Motor. Tata Motor, it's okay. There is no problem. Leave it. Now, but these are two different company code. Okay. This TM11 is created as a different company code. TM22 is a different company code. Okay. Name can be changed. Here Tata Motor generally I have given it's okay. But assume that if we talk about, just go to, say for example, OX02. And let's suppose TF11, double click, okay, and I'm going to Tata Steel, okay, better, F-02, Now here I'm having two company code. TM11, that is like Tata Steel. Okay, guys, don't look at this code. There should not be any question why TM11 itself. We are not going to discuss those things and all. Just assume that TM11 is Tata Steel. Just I have changed the name. And TM22 is, let's suppose, Tata Motor. And I already told you guys, when you are going to define the company code, you can give any code. You are free to give any code, guys. Right? You can give numeric, alphanumeric, alphabetic. Right? SAP has given a free hand. You can use any code. Right? So there is no any questions here. Why alphabetics only? Why numeric only? Why alphanumeric only? No. SAP is saying that you can give any unique code. Okay. Now, and can we ask from client at the time of defining company code? Your wishes. You can ask also that, okay, now we are going to define this company code, and also what is the 4-digit code? Of course, like your core team member will be sitting behind you. Within few seconds, you guys are going to agree on a particular code, and that can be given. This is not a matter of very huge discussion. Okay. Now, so TM11 and TM22, Tata Steel and Tata Motor. Now what is happening? Look at here. So now here. So this 4000 GL code is created separately for TM11 in the sense Tata Steel. But this 4000 is not having any relation with the Tata Motor right now. Okay, this is entirely a separate company code, guys. This is a practice server, it's okay. But this is having a different, this is having like this is a different company code, and Tata Motor is a different company code. Okay, GL code is same, it's okay, and that is possible, right? If you are going to use same chart of account or different chart of account, that doesn't matter, but the code can be, you can give the same code, there is no problem. Okay, now here when I made like, so you just do one thing, /n f-02. It's taking time, don't worry. But now here TM22. Okay, so very simple, guys. Now here Tata Motor is saying, okay, so that's rent GL, right? I'm going to make it just go to /n op c4. So at field status variant, I'm going to make it this text field as a required entry. So here it is like TM22. Select it and make it G001 because this is what is assigned against GL. So here make it as a required entry. So now what is happening, guys? Field status variant TM22 is being used by Tata Motor, in the sense TM22 itself. TM11 is using a different field status variant, right? So what I said, field status variant is a company code level setting. Why? Because after creation it must be assigned to the company code, then only it is like it can be used by a particular company code. Without assignment it is impossible to use, right? So dependency is there, assignment must be there, then only it can be used by Tata Motor. Whereas posting key, are we going to assign anywhere? No. Document type, are we going to assign anywhere? No. There are multiple other settings also will come into picture, guys, later. Now, so I have made this at field status variant level, and you just come back once again in f-02 and you found that the impact is okay. So here impact is there, but impact is only for Tata Motor. If you go for Tata Steel, are we having any impact? There is no any impact. If you go to TM level, so TM11 has nothing to do with this one. It is optional. So that is what I said. It is a company code level setting. TM22 we have created, and that is assigned to Tata Motor. For Tata Steel, what is happening, guys? A different field status variant is there, that is assigned to Tata Steel. Now the question is, what will happen if the same field status variant is also going to assign to Tata Steel? So answer is pretty simple, guys. If the same field status variant is going to assign to Tata Steel also, then whatever fields are like if you made the changes against G001, so those changes are applicable here for Tata Steel also, because both are using the same field status variant, right? But generally, so company code wise different requirements are there, so we can create different field status variant, and that is assigned to Tata Motor, different field status variant that is assigned to Tata Steel, isn't it? So this is a company code level setting. That is why even though I have made this field status like text field as a required entry, but that is applicable to Tata Motor itself. Why? Because the field status variant TM22 is linked with Tata Motor only. TM22 is not linked with Tata Steel. If you check the assignment, TM, what is the assignment transaction code, guys? OBY6 is there, or else OBC5 also assignment you can check. What is happening? Okay, sorry, nums log is OBC5. So here, if we talk about TM11, so here a different assignment. Field status variant is different. So if you want to make changes here, so against this field status variant, we have to make changes, right? TM22 is having different assignment. Simple, right? That is why. Now what you have to do, this is the one thing. Okay, now just go to OP, C4. That's, I'm already there inside of that. And once again, I'm going to make it optional. Now what is happening? Simple. Now you just go to OB41. Where is OB41? It's here. Whenever you enter a transaction code, guys, last 15 transaction code will be already here in this list. So if you have already used, instead of typing the transaction code, you can click here and then you can select your transaction code. So use OB41. Okay, in this way you guys are going to be smarter. Press enter and come down. So let's suppose at posting key level, now I'm going to make changes. Text field as a required entry. Save it. So this is a client level setting. That's what I said. Now, if you make any changes here, so these changes are applicable to Tata Motor. This is Tata Steel, TM Steel, and Tata Steel also. So first of all, let's suppose Tata Steel. Let me check here. For Tata Steel also text field become required entry. And if you go to, if you check here for Tata, for this Tata Motor also, the state here. For Tata Motor also, it is required entry. Right? For every company code, it is required entry. Simple answer is there. Isn't it? That is what the difference is. So I asked a question. What was the question, guys? I asked the question that let's suppose I'm having a company code, okay, or else like I said, like let's suppose you are giving, let's suppose, so as a consultant, now your user is coming back saying that while posting a transaction against rent amount, now what happened? This text field become a required entry. So I have to make it optional. So what you have to do? You said that I have to make it. I am going to change this against field status variant. So the next question was multiple group is there against field status variant. So which field status group? So your answer is supposed to be that the field status group, whichever field status group assigned to this GL account. So let's suppose if we have assigned G001, so against that field status group, we have to make the changes. Now you made the changes, but still the next question was that even though you made the changes, but still what is happening when the user is trying to post the transaction, again they got back to you and saying that still the same problem is there. still the same problem is there, in the sense text field is still required entry. So as a consultant, now what is your next step? So you have to say, now I have to check it against posting key, because posting key also control the same fields. So I have to check it, and most likely it will be, most likely means 100% is it will be there only. And of course it was there. I made a I changed from required to optional from there also. Now it error got solved. Now the next question was, okay, what is the, like, why same setting was given? So your answer is, let's suppose that yes, one is client level setting, another one is company code level setting. Which one is client level setting? Which one is company code level setting? Posting key is a client level setting. Field status variant is a company code level setting. What is the difference between client level setting and posting, what is say, and then company code level setting? You can say, if company code level setting, if we are going to make changes at company code level, that is applicable to single company code. If we make any changes at client level, it means that is applicable to all company code. This is what the difference is, guys. This is pretty simple to understand. That is why I have shown you this as an example. There is one more question, guys. Now, see, from your answers only people are going to derive the questions, derive the questions, right? And no need to be worried about. Now there is another questions. So let's suppose I made this changes against G001, right? Now what is happening? So here, let's suppose we are having rent account, that is also using G001. Audit fee, that is also using G001. Fuel expenses, that is also using G001. So now if I made it text field as an optional entry in rent account, okay, it's okay, acceptable. But while posting the transactions against audit fee, again the user is coming back and saying that no, I need against audit fee, I need text field as a required entry. So since G001 is here also, right? So again you are going to go against G001 and you made it required entry. So again it become required entry against rent account also. So what is the solution here? Tell me, guys. Any smart answer?
Change the group to G002 and make their.
Okay, Pancake is saying that change the group to G002. So yes, you can. Now we are having multiple field status group, right? Again, G001, only we have made the changes. If you go to, why so many field status groups are there, guys? Because of that only, that is the logic, right? Different GL may have different requirement, different kind of settings, different kind of field control. That is why by default SAP has delivered already multiple field status groups based on the past experiences, right? Here people say that, so how I'll come to know against which GL, which field status groups are going to be assigned, right? I will tell you guys that first of all you understand the logic. What is the logic behind this field status group, right? You just go to OBC4, and here now what happened, I've seen like if somebody is going to create any bank related GL, they're going to assign G005. Later on material accounts, material related GLs, they're going to assign G006, right? Which is being explained by faculties. I'm not saying anything about the faculties and all, but the thing is, have you ever asked like why G006 itself? Can't we use a different field status group? So SAP has already delivered a ready-made field status group. Why? Because based on their past experiences and all, they know that when somebody is going to post material related transactions, then what are the fields on which like users are going to have a more focus. So those fields they are going to, so they will arrange the field status as per the user's requirements, right? So already whoever the experts are there, the developer of SAPs are there. So these people are continuously making their research, right? So based on that, what is happening? They have delivered ready-made field status groups that when you create bank-related GL, you assign this field status group, right? Do I need to assign G005? No, I can use G001 also. There is no any obligations, right? And then what will happen if user is coming back and saying that no, I need this changes, that changes and all. In that case, what will happen? Like I said, like here, rent account G001, audit fee is also using G001, fuel expenses also using G001. So now here, this text field is optional entry. So rent account, that is the requirement. Okay. For fuel expenses also there is no problem, but the user is saying that while posting the transaction for this audit fee, I need this one as a required entry. So in that case, I'm going to set up a different field status group. You just copy this one and look at your codes G001, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So between 1 and 3, 2 is still not there. You can create 2, or else here 9, 10 is not there. So you can create 10, or else you can give alphabetic, totally numeric, okay, alphanumeric, anything, any code can be given. I'm going to make it 2 here. Okay, let's suppose this is particularly for audit fee itself. I'm going to create. Okay, so multiple field status group can be created. Multiple field status group can be created. Okay, now what is happening, guys? It is taking too much time. Screen is hanged or what? Okay, now I think maybe the server is going to be slow or what? Multiple settings are already stored, guys. Long back it was formatted. It is supposed to be formatted, I think, every quarter. Okay, but anyway, now just save it. So I have created another field status group, particularly for the audit fee, and then you have to make this as a required entry, and then this G002 is going to be assigned against audit fee. Click here, select audit fee, click here on edit button and make it 2. How many field status group can be defined, guys? Unlimited field status group can be defined. Within field status variant, you can have multiple field status group. Based on such kind of requirements, either we can make some changes in the existing field status group, or else based on the requirement. That's what I'm saying, guys. Once you become a consultant, once you are able to understand all the logic and all, then you'll be having your own decision making capacity, power. Based on the requirement, I decided, okay, now I need to set up a new field status group. Why? Because if I make changes in the existing one, this is already being used by multiple GL, right? So set up a new field status group and assign it against that GL, right? And we have made changes directly against this field status group. So this time, audit fee 4001, it is required entry, and for GL account 4000, it is also required. Why it is required, guys? Because I think at posting key level OB41, here I think I couldn't change. I simply made it required, but I didn't restore the change it. Yes, just save it. So this is how you must be having a quick thinking. I'm not saying that right now itself. Right now you guys are just like a kid. Okay, so it's okay, but this is how the slowly the skills are going to be developed. Okay, nothing to be worried about. Everything's are going to be fine. Okay, Actually, guys, follow the sequences which I'm explaining here. I know that some of you have already taken training from different institutions. I told you guys a correct sequence must be there. This is how you guys are going to become a consultant. And whatever sequences I'm explaining, the same sequence will be there, in the sense, in this way itself. If you become a part of implementations, right, this is how we are going to proceed. I've seen in market like 95% of the people, sometime like right now they're explaining a different topic, again they switch to a different topic, they jump to a different topic, right? So if correct sequence is there, your understanding will be pretty simple, right? So that must be there. Now, so look at here. Now for rent account, it is optional, but for look at here, it is. So this is how. So here again, from your answer itself, the questions are getting derived, right? You said all those things. At last, what happened? I asked like, okay, now we are having few GLs, which is using the same field status group. Now my requirement is that out of this 4 GL or 5 GL, let's suppose 1 GL account, for 1 GL account, user is saying that no, for this GL account, I need a required, this text field as a required active. Simple. We are going to set up a new different field status group for that GL and we'll assign it. Against that GL, we are going to assign the new field status group. So for that particular GL, what is happening? For audit fee, it become required. For remaining GL, still it is optional itself, right? So this is how the fields are getting controlled. Which fields, guys? The fields which is appearing at the time of transaction posting. Still, there are lots of questions can be asked. Still, there are multiple things can be asked, and there you guys can be confused. If that is the conditions for you people, look at here, the like what about the other candidates? Okay, anyway, now, so that's what I'm saying, that you have to become expert. Okay, so those things I'm going to explain in next session, guys. That's all in this session. Okay, that's all for this session, guys. And some more thing I have to add, but that I'll explain next session.